We love hip hop.
See what I did right there? Let's go over to Six Trench. Paid him a quick little visit. Because now niggas are sending threats. And Pressa been living in LA for a long time. He's been out here for a while too, since let's say since 2019. But before that, he was spending a multitude of years over there in LA.
I made the phone call to Matt Babel, you know what I'm saying, based on some things.
Matt Babel.
Things that's about to happen in Coachella. You know what I'm saying? Right, Worthy?
Yeah.
You feel me? So certain people from Coachella was about to get hurt. So I made the phone call based on what I knew. And I let them know, you know what I'm saying, like, this about to get ugly. My hood ain't gonna play with y'all. You know like, y'all, rap was just rap. Nah, this is more than just rap. Nigga, this pyro. You know what I'm saying? My homies ain't gonna play. So, again, that's our people's champ right there. You know what I'm saying? Before he hits the world, he...
Just let me let it breathe for a second.
WSP. He's of us. So, yeah, I made the phone call to him. I made the phone call to Matt Babel, you know what I'm saying, based on some things that's about to happen in Coachella.
So I guess Pressa was supposed to perform at a Coachella over there in Los Angeles. Who was Coachella from Drake's camp? Oh, also another person who lives out there, Preem. P. Rain, formerly known as P. Rain. He lives in LA. So these niggas have to make sure that shit is good over there. From this message here, they're saying that what I'm interpreting from this, from Hood Speak, that maybe Pressa was supposed to do a show over there and they gave them a quick little warning. Because Pressa's in a tricky position. You see him in the picture here, or this is Boondog in the picture with the boy. Pressa's first tour, first time ever touching the stage, was with the boy. Let me see if I can find something quick, fast. Let's do a little quick history lesson. Let's do a quick history lesson. Screen. Let's take it back into time. What I'm showing y'all here, this is Pressa. He's in London, and he's on the Boy Meets World tour, which was one of Drake's early tours back in like 2013 or something, if I'm not mistaken. And he brought Pressa out there. He brought Smoke Dogg out there, R.I.P. And this was the first time that that man's ever performed on stage, period. Big Sean, what are you saying? Sean Myrie in the building, a.k.a. Down to Earth Network podcast in the building. What's popping, brother?
Just chilling, man. I've been listening to the live stream. Interesting topics you got there going on.
Working on it, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. I want to touch on the blood threat.
Yes, please.
To Pressa. It's not clear because there's so much different bloods, right? So are we talking about Kendrick's people? Are we talking about all of these all bloods? Because they don't all agree.
This is also true. Here's the thing. Let me switch my screen here. Here's the thing. They said that Kendrick is their guy in this clip, and I'll play it again. But they were saying specifically that you know, in regards to Kendrick, he's their guy. So I would imagine that it's the blood gang that Kendrick is not a part of, but affiliated with. You know what I'm saying? Top Dog and all them people. You know what I'm saying? They're all bloods, right?
So do they think the opposite? Like Kendrick could come here comfortably threatening Pressa like that?
Well, that's the thing. Kendrick ain't saying shit. Everybody else is talking except for Kendrick, which is true. Which is fine. Like, he shouldn't be saying shit. Like, that would be out of character for him to be like, yeah, what he said. Like, Kendrick doesn't really do the social media thing like that. So all of these gangsters are making content out of it. And I think
they're jumping on the bandwagon. I heard something, other podcasts they're talking recently about after the pop-out show. a lot of the artists who were on the show, they're not doing anything. They should be doing something instead of threats. They should be making music, making content. Right?
Yeah, agreed.
It's like they're sending threats. And you see Schoolboy Q, you know, he's mad because he got his show canceled. But that's a history in Toronto. If they don't know, for the Americans, they cancel local shows. They canceled one we were supposed to host like 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, police called 3 times, got 3 different venues, and they shut all 3 down. This is a trend. Hip hop, they don't like in Toronto. The police, even I seen a documentary with PRESSA. They chased them all the way down to UK and told the UK
the same one that I have pulled up.
And then in Vancouver too, they done that just a couple months ago. They told the police down there don't have a show, and they shut that down when he was with 50.
I'll play y'all something quick, fast from my own channel.
So it's a trend. This is something the Toronto police are like bullies.
Yeah, I've expressed on camera before as well. Like, one thing that they did with me when I wanted to book some shows is they made it where it was hard for me to book a show. Like, they're like, who's gonna be there? You need to send us a list of
How am I supposed to rap like this? Take it.
You need to send us a list of all the people who are going to be on the show, and I didn't even completely have the show booked yet. You know what I'm saying?
But
they're just like, get that now.
That's hurting what we're trying to build. If you can't have no shows, how's the artist going to get any spotlight?
Yeah.
And now they're going to the industry guys now.
Yeah, but it also depends on what level you're at. So, for example, and I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask the audience as well. Do you think that if Kendrick Lamar is going to come out here and perform, and Kendrick Lamar has performed here multiple times now, and he always performs at the ACC or whatever it's called now. Okay, do you think that it's something that he can do right now? Because that's where he's going to be performing. It's going to be at the friggin' stadium.
He probably still can because he got a lot of supporters in Toronto.
That's not the question. Because it's going to get packed. But
yeah,
is it a smart thing to do?
Not if the Toronto police is going to boycott it.
Let's do a hypothetical. And I don't even think it's really a hypothetical. The Toronto police are going to allow that. Like, it's too big of a show. And big thanks for the donation, Mr. Lindsay, for real. But it's too big of a show. I'm going to read that in a second. It's too big of a show for the police to be able to stop that. But is it a smart thing for his people to book?
Why wouldn't? What would be wrong with that? He has a big hit right now, and it was like #1 in Canada, not like us.
Oh, he could talk. Yeah, there's a lot of hits. A lot of hits could happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put anything on the boy or anything. I'm just saying, like, overzealous fans, somebody try to find Kendrick at the hotel, some type of stupid shit. Are we on it like that over here?
No.
Or are we just going to allow him?
No, you know what? With Toronto, it's a different thing. Vancouver, what happened in Vancouver, that was completely different. Look, Rick Ross came here a couple times. He came here a couple times, and no one done anything. And he was talking about Drake, too, that time. He came here a couple times. Toronto's completely different.
He came to Ontario. He didn't come to Toronto.
Okay, we came to Ontario. Same.
Yeah, because he was in like Niagara Falls or some shit.
You still have people from Toronto probably there.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Right? So my experience, I'm just going to put this out there. For example, when I was living in Scarborough, someone will come on the bus, a whole bunch of black people will be on the bus, right? And a Caucasian fellow will come up on the bus and say the N-word. No one will say anything. That's an example how Toronto is. It's just the money. It's all about the money.
Yeah. Let me play something here from this interview, because you did mention the 50 Cent tour, right?
Why did they not let you perform, fam?
They're just hating, man. They just don't want to see me win. You know how that goes, you know?
And this is for the Calgary show.
They hate on my success. They don't want me doing like illegal stuff, but then when I'm trying to do legal stuff, they're still shutting me down. So it's like, how do they expect me to win?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to win when I got all this shit going on.
Because you got haters in the police force, and don't forget, they're not these old jolly white men. Some of these individuals are the same age as Pressa, right?
Mm-hmm.
If not a little older, and they watch everything, like I've been saying for years, online on these blogs. They listen to the music too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know if some of these guys got bullied from his crew back in the days. You don't know any associates. If they got bullied, then this is revenge. They're spotlighting the blogs. There's police who sit down and watch, like what we're doing right now. They watch these things.
So do you think that he's good in LA right now, as far as like from what this message that we've been seeing from community clips?
I'm gonna hit this. Person been down there for a while, so he probably made some relationships. I'm guessing he has some type of relationships down in LA, right?
And they do a lot of blue.
I believe and he's on that.
I'm not saying anything. I just say they favor they like blue.
Yeah. So there's a other side to it. Don't forget, there's always a other side besides the Bloods. What we're talking about. So he could be all right down there. I feel Pressa and all of them could go down there because it's not just one gang in LA. You get what I mean?
Gangland.
Okay, for example, when the Tupac and the Biggie thing was going on, right? So the death row was aligned with the Bloods, right? And now what's coming up with Biggie and Tupac, they hired the Crips as their protection, their security, right? They were all right going down there at one time, but you know what happened after that, right? There's more to come out with that situation. But they hired the other side.
Yeah. Now, it gets sticky even mentioning this because, like I said, with them, favoring blue and stuff like that, and from them being out there for a while, like them being Pressa, I mean, because when I first interviewed Pressa, he was in LA.
Yeah.
Right. This is when he was still living there. This is pre-pandemic, before they did the whole snowbird excursion and trying to kick everybody out of the United States. He was out there living there. And I think he still might be living over there. You know what I mean? But now, like over the time, like I would imagine he was good. He probably tapped in, as they say, with who he needed to tap in with.
Yeah.
Do you think that still stands? Because I know LA's gangland and everything like that, but people are starting to seem like they're standing in solidarity when it comes to this whole Kendrick Lamar thing. Like it's unifying gangs, bro.
By that time, he's going to be all right. I feel down the line, Kendrick and Drake are going to make up. Kendrick's going to he knows he has to come to Toronto. It's a major market. And they're going to make up. That's my prediction. They're going to make up and probably do a song together down the line. And everything's going to be all right.
You really think that they're going to be able to make up, bro?
Not now, not anytime soon, but it's going to happen because of the politics and money. And they're friends. And look, unless there's some individual in between who I saw at the pop-out show, don't forget Weeknd. Everybody keeps forgetting about Weeknd. He's smart, man. He's playing this game good. He's laughing, right? Weeknd was at the show, and he has a relationship with Drake. So if Weeknd wants to be comfortable, unless he doesn't care about home anymore, he's got to talk between the two parties.
Yes, I'll say that. I'll let you have that. I'm not going to agree completely because I feel that, and I have an interview that's going to be dropping soon that explains this a little bit more.
About what?
When with those two guys, Drake and The Weeknd.
The
Weeknd's good over here is basically what I want to say. He's still good over here.
I covered something on Drake and The Weeknd, and you know the relationships with Weeknd's people versus what's going on with Kendrick, and it has a lot to do with Weeknd, who's managing Weeknd, the history of his crew, XO, right, and Drake. This whole thing is Drake and Weeknd, really, not no Kendrick. He just used Kendrick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, this is when it comes to the whole Drake and Weeknd thing, The Weeknd, I'm sure if he came to Toronto tomorrow, he popped up off the PJ from friggin' Pearson Airport, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine over here. And this is me taking back a take that I originally gave where I was like, the Weeknd don't mess with Toronto. He might not even like care about Toronto like that as much as Drake shows on Instagram and stuff like that. But if he tries to go around over here in Toronto, you see the Weeknd downtown, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. And
Yeah,
where's
yeah,
Weeknd
yeah,
from
yeah,
in
yeah.
Toronto? Where's Weeknd from in Toronto? The East.
He's more of a every place. He's a downtown
No,
man.
before he was pop.
He's been known to live in Parkdale. He's been known to live in Scarborough.
Everywhere.
He's made his rounds, right?
Yeah. Everybody
You remember
associates.
he was homeless for a long time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you agree? Do you think this beef started just solely over Drake and Kendrick Lamar, or is it not Weeknd?
That's a whole other thing that
I
a
can't
whole
answer
deep
that.
set of water. Not that I can't answer that. To me, that's just gonna take us down a whole other road. You know what I'm saying? And I want to stay on the topic at hand here with the boy Pressa.
Bloods threatening
Yeah.
Yo, Pressa's gonna go to LA. He's gonna be all right. He has 50 cents with him in his corner. He got 50 cents in his corner.
A nigga from New York.
What 50's in LA a lot. He's everywhere, but he got power down there. He's doing movies and he's
True.
Hollywood. He's Hollywood.
True.
That's why he showed up here, showing the support. He's showing to all of his fellow Americans. Remember, he wore the LA hat. He wore the LA hat, right?
What, in the
Reverse
picture?
psychology. And he's saying he's finding Canada. Schoolboy Q. I don't know if that was a knock at Schoolboy Q, but he came not too long after. And with the
I think
LA
it was the same weekend. You're right. Good
so
call.
he's showing that he could come and nothing's happening to him. The same thing, he came for his birthday not too long after Rick Ross got his basically got dealt with his people. 50 loves Canada. 50 loves Canada.
People in the comments are like, yo, like somebody just said, please go to LA. Like, I don't know the temperature. Listen, when I was trying to go there, this is when the beef was still kind of in the midst of happening. The temperature was a little bit hot, but not as hot as it is now that the beef is done. Would you agree that like the temperature's gotten way hotter since this whole thing has been done?
Yes, but is it a smart thing? Because vice versa, everybody's saying, please come to LA, but a lot of people always come to Toronto. For example, Caravana's coming up. A lot of I don't know if a lot of Americans don't know this, but a lot of Americans come to Toronto all the time. This is a major place, and especially Caravana. So that's you know what I'm saying? Like, don't think that down here sweet either. People think Toronto's sweet too much, and a couple rappers got their ass dealt with down in Toronto back in the day.
And DJs.
Keith Murray,
DJ drama.
Redman and Method went running back in the day out of a club after a couple rappers got dealt with too. Like, they're not telling you these stories. DMX got robbed.
Yeah, and got robbed buying R.I.P. DMX, but he got robbed buying krills.
Yeah, and then
he was going to
Tyga
too much.
Tyga got robbed. He had to dance. They made him dance down here.
This is what you fucking get for not checking in. Shout out, boy Drizzy, eh? Triple G's, you know how we rock, slap, brat, clap.
My bad. That's my favorite sound effect in the world. Back, clap.
Yo, Pressa's gonna be all right going to LA. 100%. People might get mad at that, but he's gonna be all right going to LA. He's probably not gonna do it now because it's kind of hot, but he's gonna be there. All of them.
Yeah. Facts.
All of them.
Yo, listen, what you got going on for the week, man?
Man, more content. Respect to the people who recently subscribed to our platform and getting a lot of more traction, and
nice.
It's good for our city, for our infrastructure. Like, besides you guys, you know, we need more content makers to make the world know what we got down in the six or Toronto or Canada.
Oh, big facts.
I'm getting a lot of traction now, man. Much respect to you for supporting and everybody else supporting. A lot of comments, opinions. It's interesting, man.
Listen, man, this is what's supposed to happen. We gotta. I'm not gonna say this because people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're the OVO lawyer," but we gotta kind of thank Drake and Kendrick for this too.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. Well, you know what? Okay, the beef, whatever. But I'm just gonna say for Drake, right? Even though people, I do say stuff about Drake, right? Not everybody supports Drake from Toronto. I'm gonna be straight up because that's a misconception. But I gotta give him respect. I always gave him respect for putting spotlight on the city. He put spotlight on Canada. Period. No one can ever deny that.
Yeah.
But on my side, not everybody is a. I'm not gonna say you're the lawyer. Is a Drake full out fan in Toronto. I respect him. But yo, I like Kendrick Lamar's music a little bit better when it comes to the hip hop side. But when it comes to the R&B and the pop stuff, because there's a lack of R&B, there's really no R&B artists or people singing anymore. Drake got that.
Yeah.
Drake got that.
You're not gonna be playing Kendrick when you're trying to lay up with a shorty, fam.
If you're a man, and you're straight, don't you like to listen to music with your lady instead of some trap or op music? You're gonna listen to that,
or just even with Kendrick, who I love his music as well. But like certain songs, I could play around the ladies. But when he starts getting super extra lyrical and super cerebral with it, I'm listening to the lyrics while I'm trying to smooth, do my thing. Like, nah, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Put on some Drake.
Put on some Drake. Well, yo, listen, brother. We'll tap in soon.
Yeah, man. We'll tap in for sure.
Down to Earth Network in the building. Salute.
Respect.
Big salute to Sean Myrie. And big salute to BFR, Pressa, Boondog, J Neat, YG, the whole up top movement over there, Robin Banks, everybody from over there, man. Okay, we good over here, man. For now, maybe refrain from making a trip. You know what I mean?
We love hip hop.